Saturday's morning today. Welcome back to the series of my Saturday morning coffee ramble. I told you guys I was going to keep this thing up. There was no BS. So I got my nice cup of joe here. And I am still doing my intermittent fasting. So that's the only thing I'm allowed in the morning. And besides water. But yeah, no food, nothing. I've heard of those like water fasts or whatever it is. Which is just crazy. I can understand the food fasting, but like water fasting, other than if you're doing it for a sport, even then that's kind of stupid. I know there's talks of like, for people that are MMA fans, I know if you ever watched the Joe Rogan Experience, he's been very vocal about, and been against weight cutting, or like water cutting, basically. Well, you are cutting some of your muscle, but, or fat, whatever. But yeah, it's just crazy. But anyway, guys, how are you guys all doing? That's the main thing. How are you guys all doing, and what's going on in your lives? You know what? I love the comments. I said this last week. Damn it, cats. I was saying this last week. I love the comments. I love the love and support. But in the comments, tell me, guys, what is going on in your lives. It doesn't have to be any crazy. Like, if you guys won the lottery, just I'll let you know what my PayPal is. So what's new in my week? Not much, really. Just kind of working away, as always. However, if you guys can, I'm gonna put a link in the description below, and I'll just put a link on the screen here. So I have a new MMA channel, and I no longer work for MMA Unhinged, and I will talk about that real quick. It was nothing personal, just my own personal thing. It's a lot of maintenance, and takes a lot of time. Now I say that, and I'm making my own MMA channel. Well, again, let me elaborate here. Like, it's just feeling like I had to upkeep with something, whereas if it's my own channel and my own outlet, I kind of want to do something different too. I want to do like fighting, like talking about fighting and like on camera, so not just interviews, because it's so much work. Like, for people that are not in the realm of MMA or don't understand, like, journalism is so much work. Like the interviews, editing, all that stuff. It's a lot of work. But yeah. So I decided to go on my own adventure here and kind of go at my own pace. So if I decide, hey, I'm going to put out 3 or 4 posts today, or hey, if I'm going to put out my video today, I don't have to feel like I have to do it by today, kind of thing. And because I was working for MMA Unhinged, it's not like, it wasn't like I had to meet a quota or something. It was just, it's one thing, I'm working for myself. But again, the MMA that I'm doing now, it's not so much just doing interviews and going to events and covering media, right? It's just even just doing like videos, like talking about events, talking about fighters, hot takes, just having fun. And it doesn't necessarily need to be out at a certain time frame, whereas that's what was happening before. It was really stressful, especially with having a full-time job, training, life, being a husband, all that stuff. So, and obviously going my life, my wife and I, we want to start a family soon, and so, life just gets busy, right? Yeah, you're at that right. Maybe in a couple of years, you guys will see little ruins around there. So, I mean, hey, who knows? Shit happens, and sometimes kids take for like ever. But yeah, I'm not gonna tell you anymore because my wife will kill my ass if I say anything. Just kidding, just for YouTube. I don't want this video being taken down because I said something like that. Okay, no, just a figure of speech. She'd just be very upset. I should have started off with that. But yeah, and also, I don't know if people are ever wondering how I came up with the name ASMR Runes. So, to be honest with you, it was actually pretty random. So I wanted to do something like ASMR something, right? I was like, ASMR. So, for people that don't know, my actual name is Luke. But you guys can still call me Runes if you want. Like, you don't have to, like, figure out, like, what's this guy's real name? His name's not Runes, but hey, you never know. Yeah, so my actual name is Luke. And, yeah, so I didn't want to go with, like, the whole ASMR Luke or ASMR, I don't know. So I was like, I have, like, a bunch of tattoos, right? So I got this one here, and then I have this one, and then I got this one, and this one. So there you go. You got yourself a little tour of my tattoos. But anyway, I was kind of looking at tattoos and maybe doing like Viking runes or Nordic runes as a next tattoo, a possibility anyway. And I thought runes, oh, that's kind of a cool name, ASMR runes. And I didn't want to go for like a total cliche of like, I don't know, like ASMR sounds, ASMR sound guy, or I don't know. Next thing you know, you got Kevin James in the background holding up a mic. But yeah, where was I going? Yeah, ASMR. Yeah, so I just like, ASMR runs. Sounds good. There you go. There's your origin story. That's your story time for Saturday morning. But yeah, that was how I came up with the name. However, I did come up with a couple other names too. Like I was thinking like ASMR, I don't know, Skywalker, I don't know, because my name's Luke, right? And I love Star Wars, so, Vader's not my father. Heard all the jokes. I was bullied as a kid, big time. Well, it was soft bullying. Everybody just gave me a hard time. They're like, is your dad Darth Vader? I'm like, damn right he is. But yeah, I freaking love Star Wars. And, speaking of which, so I did talk to some of my subscribers. And, yes, I'm thinking of doing like my Star Wars collection reveal. Now, if you see behind me here, everything you see behind me is all Star Wars related. And if the camera is up top, then I have a couple. Excuse me. I don't know what the hell that was. It was like a frog in my throat. If you look up, and then if you could see up top, I have like two. I have an Obi-Wan Kenobi from episode 2 and an Anakin Skywalker from episode 1. But it's from at the end of the movie from episode 1 when he's in like Jedi robes. I think they just made it showing like what he would look like as a Jedi as like a 10, I don't know, he's 10 or 11 years old. I can't remember how old he is in the first movie. Yeah. But yeah, so I got those two figurines that are just in the box, but they're like the 3.75 inch ones. And then, so up top, I have all the Funko Pops, and then I have mostly are 6-inch figures, which are like the Black Series, and some of the Kenner. And then I got a couple that are still in their boxes. Like I got like a Boba Fett carbonized, like one from Empire Strikes Back, and then I have a Scout Trooper from the Mandalorian one. Like the Scout Troopers that steal Grogu or kidnap him. What the hell am I saying? Stealing? video. The problem is I got so freaking many, so I would be going through, like, shuffling through, like a fucking assembly line. Be like, okay, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know, pretty cool, eh? Yeah, like, freaking cats. They're wild. Quite literally, they're a wild breed, actually, so if it's the name. But yeah, no, I'll try to do a video with my Star Wars collection. Like, I don't know if I'll just, like, have the camera and just show you guys and be like, you know, I'm not gonna hold up every single one, but yeah, I got quite a few stuff of Star Wars. And you know what's crazy is that I went through, like, a phase where I didn't collect Star Wars stuff for such a long time. So obviously I grew up, and I don't know, people watching, so I'm 30, and I know, getting old, so I'm 30, so for people watching, I don't know if any of you grew up in the era when you were a kid and Revenge of the Sith came out, because that was a big thing. Now if I'm talking to, like, the 40, 50 year olds, maybe, when they were kids, when maybe Return of the Jedi came out in 83, like, you can understand the excitement that last movie came out, because we're talking about, like, the one that came in 77, I'm talking to, like, the 65 year olds here. But yeah, like, I feel like talking to people who came out, like, who were young when Revenge of the Sith came out, all those toys that came out, do you guys remember? It was exclusively for Revenge of the Sith. It was for just the movie. Now I think they did come up with a couple figurines based off the last couple movies, but honestly I can't remember. But it was done by Hasbro as well. And I collected a crap load of them. I had, like, an Anakin, I had Obi-Wan, I had Mace Windu, I had a Darth Vader, I had a couple clone troopers. I think I had, I'm trying to think that one Jedi, what's her name? She's got the long, what do you call those things? It's not Ahsoka Tano, because Ahsoka wasn't introduced at that time. She wasn't in canon yet. Oh jeez, I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about. I had her, and I think I had another Jedi. And who else did I have? I actually didn't have the Emperor. I didn't have Palpatine, which is insane. How do you not have Palpatine? And I didn't have Yoda, but my buddy had Yoda. I'm so jealous. And the wild thing is, I couldn't find freaking Yoda anywhere. It was like, dude, where's that little green bastard? But yeah, so for the longest time, I used to collect Star Wars stuff, and I was really into, like, having, like, I had, like, even when episode 1 came out, so I like, we're talking, like, long-term fan, right? And, like, even when episode 1 came out, when it was my birthday, I had, they were just, like, I think they were meant to be put on a cake, but I had, Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, and, Darth Maul on the cake. Like, literally, I'm no BS, I could probably find, like, a picture of, or, like, a snapshot of a video, of my birthday. And I had, like, the lightsabers, like, even when episode 3 came out, oh yeah, I had the retractable lightsaber, so I had a blue one, I had a red one, oh, and I had a purple one for Mace Windu. But I don't know if they like, the handles, I don't know if they made them, like, accurate to, like, the actual Jedi. I don't think they did. They were just all generic. The handles from the ones that Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan used in episode 1, I'm pretty sure. And I never understood why they did that. It was like, hey, if you're gonna make a purple lightsaber, at least make it look like Mace Windu. But again, we're talking like 2004, oh no, the movie came in 2005. Well, 2004 to 2006, right? In that era, you know, things are just different. Like, it's insane the progression of what toys look like now, even from between now and was a kid. So 2005, I would have been about 10 or 11. And yeah, it's insane. But yeah, so I've always been a long time fan. I also have a signed, it's not a poster, but it looks like it's like one of the posters, but in like 8x10 photo. And I got that signed by Hayden Christensen and the guy that plays Obi-Wan. Yeah, but again, I will show you my Star Wars collection very soon, guys. But now this is the end of my talk. So guys, I hope you guys really enjoyed my video. I hope you enjoyed my morning talk with you guys. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content. I will try to upload once or twice every week. Be sure to hit this subscribe button and hit the bell button for instant notifications. We'll see you guys next time, and see ya.